Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As usual, before we start our lesson, kita ni akan mulakan dengan berselawat ke atas Rasulullah SAW selama 2 minit. Mari kita ni sama-sama membaca 3 niat penting sebelum memulakan selawat ke atas Rasulullah SAW. Yang pertama, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk memenuhi perintah Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Yang kedua, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk memenuhi hak Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Dan yang ketiga, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk mendapat syafaat Rasulullah di akhirat kelak. 2 minutes from now.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد
Doa sebelum belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma aftah alaina hikmataka wanshur alaina min hazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Ya Allah, bukakanlah ke atas kami hikmat-hikmatmu dan limpahilah ke atas kami khazanah rahmatmu. Wahai yang maha pemurah lagi maha penyayang.
Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ya Rabbku, lapangkanlah untukku dadaku dan mudahkanlah untukku urusanku, dan lepaskanlah kekakuan dari lidahku, supaya mereka mengerti perkataanku.
Amin.
Amin, amin, amin. Ya Rabbal Alamin. In this session, we will discuss about surface area of right prism. So can you please get ready with your notes, page 66 until 73, and your worksheet, page 57 until 58. Our learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to recognize, name, and classify solid shapes. Solid shapes here involve prisms, including cuboids and cylinders, pyramids, including tetrahedra and cones, and spheres. Second, solve problems that involve the surface area of right prism, including cylinders. And last one, solve real-life problems on surface area. our S2S, our steps to success. First, differentiate prisms, pyramids, and spheres. Second, sum all the areas of basic shapes, means here faces, that involve in the surface area of right prism. Use formula 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R square to find the total surface area of cylinder. And last one, solve real life problems on surface area. Here will be the explanations of the three solid shape. What is actually solid shape? Solid shapes are solid that consists of 3 dimensions, and it is also called as 3D shapes. Okay, solid shapes are classified into several categories, as I mentioned earlier, such as prisms, pyramids, and spheres. Okay, now focus with this prism. Prism, when you cut into smaller pieces, each piece looks similar with the original solid. Okay, with the uniform, means here uniform cross section. When you cut the prism into smaller pieces, each of the pieces will look similar with the original solid. Means that they will have uniform cross section. Okay, uniform cross section. By now you should know what is cross section, and when we say uniform cross section, that means we have same cross section. Example of right prisms such as right triangular prism, rectangular prism, pentagonal prism, hexagonal prism, and cylinder. Okay, a real-life example of a right prism, such as aquarium, it has 2 rectangular bases on the end, and it has 4 rectangular faces that are perpendicular to the bases. Okay. Here will be the examples of prisms. As you can see here, when you cut off the prism into smaller pieces, they will have uniform cross section. Okay, that means we have same cross section even after we cut the cuboid into smaller pieces. Alright, cross section is this one. Okay, this is the cross section. Let us recall back the cross section. Here is the cross section. Here is the cross section. This will be the cross section, and this will be the cross section. Okay. The next one is pyramid. Example of pyramid will be tetrahedra and cones. What is tetrahedra? Tetrahedra is when all the faces are triangle, alright? And a pyramid is a 3D object that has only one base and flat sides that join at a common points. And the point P here will be the vertex. All the points will meet at this vertex, alright? Then the base is not just a square, it can be a triangle, it can be any other shape. Alright, a pyramid is named after the shape of its base. For example, here this one we call it triangular pyramid because the base is triangle. Okay, or sometimes we call it tetrahedra. And this one we call it square base pyramid. Why? Because the base is a square. This one we call it pentagonal pyramid because the base is pentagonal, things like that. Alright, and here when we have round face, we call it cone. Okay, and for pyramid, it's enough for you to know the shape. Okay, because for the surface area, we only focus with prism. Spheres. Spheres is a 3D geometrical object that is the surface of a ball. All points on the surface are the same distance are from the center. Example, balls or marbles. Okay, so sphere is actually the 3D of a circle. Okay, 3D of a circle. You just need to know the shape, the characteristic for these spheres. Okay, and for this topic, remember we only focus to find the surface area of prism. Okay, but this spheres is very important for you for your next upper level. So make sure you know the characteristic of this sphere. Okay, now actually you have done this total surface area during your primary level. And let us recap. Total surface area of a prism is actually the sum of the areas of all its faces. Okay, and this total surface area actually need your net surface. Okay, need your imagination how you build up the net surface for that solid. All right. Now, for this cube, when we draw the net surface, it have 6 faces. Okay, so 6 faces, and the shape for each face is a square. That is why we have 6 bracket L square here. Okay, and cuboid is depend on the diagram given. Okay, it's depend on the diagram given, but as you know that cuboid we have 6 faces, but again you need to read the questions carefully. This topic is flexible. It can be open box like that. Okay, when it is open box, that means we live with one one face missing, things like that. Okay, so actually the formula depends on the diagram and questions given. Then triangular prism, also trapezoidal prism. Why we call it trapezoidal prism? Because the cross section is a trapezium. Okay, again I repeat myself. For the total surface area, you need to be flexible. Look at the diagram given. uh, read the questions given. Make sure you understand the questions and just follow what the question want. Okay, next will be cylinder. When we draw the net surface, it will become like this. Okay, but remember this is not a rectangle shape. Okay, it is 2 pi r and h here. Okay, and here is circles. Now total surface area of closed cylinder, that means complete cylinder. Again, for this topic you need to be flexible, read the questions carefully. When the question give you an information of closed cylinder, so you will apply the complete formula here, 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r square. But when it say open tank like that, that means one of the face is missing, so you need to be careful. And there is sometime the question asks you to find the top only, things like that, so you need to be flexible and read the questions carefully. Let's start with example 20. The cuboid shown has dimensions 3 cm by 4 cm by 2 cm. Find the total surface area of the cuboid. Okay, so it is important for you to read the information carefully because some of the information will not be given on the diagram. Okay, and here the question asks you to find the total surface area. And you already learned this total surface area of a cuboid during your primary level. So I would like you to try first, 2 minutes from now. 1 minute left. Okay, now for a cuboid, it has 6 faces, and in these questions, it asks about finding the total surface area of a cuboid. So that means we have complete faces of a cuboid. Okay, now here we have same shape, same size, rectangle with same size. So we have 2 here, and I will put like this, front and back, 3 and 2. The lengths must be correct. Okay, before you start to calculate the area, you need to double check the length are correct. Okay, and because we have 2 similar face here, so times 2. A equal to 2, bracket 3 times 2 and 2 times 6, the answer is 12. Alright, then we move with this one, top and bottom. They are same shape, same size. So I will put like this, top and bottom, and double check your lengths here. 4, yes, and 3. Okay. Then 2 bracket 4 times 3, 2 times 12, the answer is 24. Okay, so we have 4 faces already. Another 2 faces, this one, left and right. Alright, so left and right, we have 4 and 2. Then we have 2 similar faces, so A equal to 2 bracket 4 times 2 equal to 2 times 8, and the answer is 16. Okay, once we have calculate the area of each faces here and then find the total surface area. Total surface area equal to 12. Take the green green value here. 12 plus 24 plus 16, and the answer should be 52. Okay, and the answer is 52. Next, example 21. The diagram shows a triangle prism. Find the total surface area of the triangular prism. Remember, total surface area means you need to find the area of each faces, and you need to add them all to get the total surface area. Alright, and I will give you 2 minutes to try. One minute left. Okay, now we start with triangle, and here we have two triangle with same size. So I will put as front and back, 6 centimeter and 8 centimeter, because we have two triangles, so times with 2. Area equal to 2 bracket, and inside this bracket will be the area of one triangle. Okay, you simplify, you will get 2 times 24, 2 times 24, and the answer will be 48. Alright, so we done with 2 faces, and we leave with 3 more faces. Okay, and for total surface area, you need to visualize the net surface inside your mind. Okay, like this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 faces all together. Now, so at the back, at the side here, on your left lah, on your left, so we have a rectangle, so 6 and 4, make sure you use the correct measurement, so 6 and 4 centimeter, and we have one only, so a area equal to 6 times 4, and the answer is 24. We're done with that, so the part here, and remember it is not a parallelogram. For total surface area, even the slant highlight this, it is actually a rectangle. So 10, 4 times 1, because we only have 1, area equal to 10 times 4, and the answer is 40. And the last one at the bottom, and remember it is not a parallelogram, it is a rectangle. So 8 and 4 and times 1, 8 times 4, the answer is 32. Once you have all the area of each faces, and then the final step, you need to find the total surface area. You add them all, the value with green color, 48 plus 24 plus 40 plus 32, and you should get 144. And the final answer will be 144. Next, example 22. Find the total surface area of a cube of side 5 centimeter. Cube also we have done during your primary level, so please try to find the total surface area first. I will give you 2 minutes to try. 2 minutes from now. One minute left. Okay, now this will be the cube, and for a cube we have 6 faces. Alright, and each length of the cube is 5 centimeter. 6 faces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So for this cube, we have 6 faces altogether. Alright, it is a complete cube. So the solution, total surface area of this cube, 6 bracket 5 times 5. And inside this bracket, this is actually the area of 1 square. Okay, area of 1 square. And then 6 times 25, and you will get 150. Therefore, your final answer for this cube, total surface area for this cube will be 150. Moving on with example 23. Find the total surface area of the trapezoidal prism. Okay, now do not panic when you see this kind of diagram during the exam. Okay, think carefully and just follow the questions, look for the shape, and recall the formula. Alright, and now here we have two trapezium. Solution, we have two trapezium here, and put all the important value. So 6, 2, and 3, and because we have two trapezium, like this. Okay, you can do one by one, okay, or you can directly use like this. Okay, 2 because we have two trapezium, half times a plus b times h is the formula to find the area of trapezium. Okay, so you got this, and you should get this 2 times 9, and the answer is 18. So we have done with two faces. So how many faces left? The number of faces and the net of the faces, you need to be able to visualize inside your mind. Okay, next, left and right, this one, and this one. So 4 and 2.5, we have 2, so 4 times 25 times 2, and you should get 20. And then the top one, we have 3, 4 times 1 because we only have 1. So 12, the last one, the bottom, 6 times with 4. Okay, times 1, so 6 times 4, the answer is 24. Once you got all the faces, the area of all the faces, you add them all to get the total surface area. So 18 plus 20 plus 12 plus 24, and the answer is 74. Okay, it's not difficult actually, so just do step by step. Moving on with example 24, a closed cylinder has radius 7 centimeter and height 5 centimeter. Taking pi equal to 22 out of 7, find the total surface area of the cylinder. Okay, pay attention to the information given. Closed, that means we have complete set of cylinder, complete faces of cylinder. That means here we have two circles in that cylinder. All right, and then the another one is you need to use pi equal to 22 out of 7 in your formula later on, okay, to find the total surface area. Now recall the formula, and you need to memorize this formula because most of the time the formula is not given. If you're lucky enough, maybe the formula is given, but most of the time the formula is not given. So you need to memorize the formula to find the total surface area of a cylinder. Now, total surface area of a cylinder, 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r square. Why we have 2 here? Because we have 2 circle here. Right, and then Be careful between this radius and height. Sometimes students misplace this one. Okay, remember 7 is the radius and height is 5. Okay, radius is 7, h is 5. And be careful, here is radius, not height, so use 7, not 5. Okay, be careful with that. And then you will get 220 plus 308, and your final answer will be 528. Okay, 528. Next, example 25. An open cylindrical water tank has a radius of 5 meters and a height of 8 meters. Find its total surface area, giving your answer correct to 3 significant figure. Open cylinder. Okay, and the radius is 5, height is 8. And then you need to give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. Now, here is your cylinder, and the top here, the top circle here is missing. Okay, the top circle here is missing, so here you only have one circle, which is at the bottom. Alright, so how are you going to modify the formula to answer these questions? Okay, please try. I will give you 2 minutes from now. One minute left. Okay, now here we only have one circle, so we need to remove that 2. Alright, so 2 2 times 5 times 5 times 8 is the curved surface, and plus 5 times 5 times 5 will be the one circle here. Okay, and then you got this. Just leave the answer like this by 2 decimal places, it's never mind. Okay, and for the last part, for the final step, then you round off to correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, and your answer should be 330. 26. Nazirul wants to wrap some ribbon around a box as shown below and uses 25 centimeters to tie a bow. How long a piece of ribbon does he need? Alright, And this question differs from the previous example, and here we need to find the perimeter of the ribbon needed to tie this box. Okay, so how are you going to solve these questions? Right, think carefully, and I want you to try first 2 minutes from now. One minute left. Okay, now we need ribbon here. Okay, we need ribbon here, and then we need here. Okay, and when we redraw the shape again, so it should be this part 3838, because we want the perimeter of the box, but that only involve the ribbon. Okay, the only involve the ribbon, and then we have 22 for this part, and the second part we have 3, and here is 12, 3 12. So the perimeter of ribbon needed will be 3 plus 3 plus 12 plus 12, and the answer is 30. And then don't forget, you need this 25 centimeter to tie a bow. So your total piece of ribbon that needed will be 25 plus 22 plus 30 here. And we need 77 77 centimeter of ribbon. Your final answer is 77. Example 27. Figure below shows a cuboid container with length 15 centimeter, width 12 centimeter, and height 20 centimeter. The top of the container is open. Find the total surface area of the figure. Please circle this one, open. So when it is open, that means this cuboid will not have complete 6 faces. Alright, one face is missing. Alright, the top of the container is open. That means one face is missing. Now, how are you going to find the total surface area of this figure? I will give you 2 minutes to try. 1 minute left. Okay, now front and back 15, 20. So we have 2 times 2, and your area will be 600. And then we have left and right 12 and 20. Be careful with the lengths here. Make sure you put the correct length. Alright, so your answer will be 2 bracket 20 times 12, and your answer should be 480. And the last one, we only have one face at the bottom, 15 and 12. Okay, only one, because the top is open. And 15 times 12, the answer is 180. Don't leave your answer like this. You add them all, 600 plus 480 plus 180, and your final answer will be 1260. Okay? Next, example 28. Area of the curved surface of a cylinder is 660. Given the diameter of the base is 14 centimeter, find the height of the cylinder in centimeter. And here you are given the formula of the area of the curved surface, 2 pi rh, and you need to use the pi as 22 out of 7. So how you going to find the height? And be careful, here is diameter, so how are you going to find the radius? Alright, now if you understand your algebra, you will be able to answer these questions. Okay, so your algebra is very important, especially your topic of evaluation of algebra. Okay, substituting the value inside the formula is very important. Alright, now I will give you 2 minutes to try. One minute left. Okay, now put the area first. Area of curved surface equal to 2 pi rs. Substitute whatever value given. Your curved surface area is given. Okay, 660. So substitute here. Area of curved surface 2 times pi is given 22 out of 7. So substitute 22 out of 7. And then be careful, your radius is 7. Because 14 is your diameter and the missing part, just put it at the back of the equation. Okay, and then you substitute here this one, not substitute, you simplify this one and you will got 44h. And remember, we want to find h, therefore we need to remove this 44. And how to remove? We divide both sides by 200. Sorry, we divide both sides by 44. Okay, so 660 divided by 44 and will give you 15. Okay, the next one, example 29. Still with the curved surface area. The curved surface area is given 440. And taking pi equal to 3.142, calculate its radius if the length is 10. So radius is missing. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figure. And remember, the formula to find the area of curved surface area will be 2 pi r h. Okay, substitute whatever given and just keep the unknown at the back of the equation. So you simplify this value, you'll get this. And then because we want r, so we need to remove this 62.84. How to remove? Both sides you need to divide by 62.84 like this. Okay, so radius equal to 440 divided by 62.84 and you will get 7.00190996. And because the question asks you to give your answer correct to 3 significant figure, and you need to keep that 00 at the back. Okay, therefore your final answer is 7.00. Why? Because 0 at the back is counted. So be careful. The next one, example 30. The diagram shows a shape made from a solid cube and a solid cylinder. Okay, we are talking about the shape. And this cylinder is attached to this cube. Alright, the cube has sides of length 8.7 centimeter. The cylinder has a radius of 2.7 centimeter and height of 4.9 centimeter. Calculate the total surface area of the solid shape. Remember, we are talking about solid shape, not separately about cube, about cylinder. No. Alright, this is about the shape, this shape. Okay, give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. Now, okay, let us start with this cube first. Okay, this cube we have 8.7, 8.7 the length, and then we have 6 faces, and you should get 454.14. And then we have cylinder, and remember, the bottom of the circle is attached to the cube. Therefore, we will ignore the circle at the bottom of this cylinder. And we only have one circle for this diagram. Okay, so 2 will not be included here. Applying the formula, you will get this. Bracket 2 times 5 times 2.7 times 4.9 plus bracket 5 times 2.7 times 2.7, and your answer will be 106.03. And remember, because of this circle attached to this cube, that means we need to remove this area of circle at the bottom. Okay, we need to remove that one. So how to remove? You find the area of circle first. This one, you find the area of circle and you will get 22.90. And then for the total surface area later on, for this circle, we need to subtract. Okay, now your final answer will be 454.14 plus 106.03, and you need to minus this circle at the bottom, minus 22.90, and your answer will be 537.27. And here the question asks you to give your answer to three significant figure. So your final answer will be 537. Alright? The next one, example 31. Work out the total surface area of the L-shaped prism. Remember here we talk about total surface area, and for total surface area it always made from basic shape. So you need to know the formula of each of the basic shape, including the rectangle, square, circle, things like that. Alright, so how are you going to approach these questions? I will give you 2 minutes to try. One minute left. Okay, now look at the diagram carefully, alright, and do it step by step. We start with at the back first. So at the back we have 3 and 4. So sorry, 3 and 6. Okay, this one. 3 and 6. This one. Okay. So your area will be 18. And then we got that one already. So this part we have 2, because here is 1, here is 3, so here will be 2. Okay, here will be 2 and here will be 6, because all of them are equal. Therefore your area for this part will be 12. And then we move at the top here, we have 1 and 6, and the answer is 6. And then this part 4 and 6, and the answer is 24. Next one, the bottom part, which is 5 and 6, therefore the answer is 30. And the last part, this one, 1 times 6, and we got 6. And then we move to the cross section here. The cross section here we have L shape, and remember we are not having any formula for finding L shape, so you need to split this L shape into familiar shape, okay, which is rectangles. All right, now, and we have two L shape here. All right, and then this one, 1 times 3 will be the rectangle A here, and then 4 and 1 will be this rectangle here. You can label them as A, and here is B. All right, and then you solve, you will got 2 3 plus 4 in bracket, and then in bracket, and then your answer next is 2 times 7, then the answer will be 14. Therefore, your final answer will be, you add all of this area, 18 plus 12 plus 6 plus 24 plus 30 plus 6 plus 14, and your answer will be 110. Okay? Okay, the last example before we stop. Example 32. A sofa has 6 identical cushions. Each cushion is a cuboid 18 cm by 80 cm by 95 cm. So here is the cushion, the sofa cushion, and we have 6 identical cushion. Okay, the cushions are covered with a protective spray. The protective spray is in cans. The label on each can has this information. So the information here, each of the can covers 4 square meter only. Okay, work out how many cans are needed to cover the 6 cushions with protective spray. Okay, first of all, you need to find the area of the total surface area first. Okay, for this cuboid, you repeat the same thing, and if you realize here the unit is centimeter and here the unit is meter. Okay, so you need to make sure the unit equal first. Therefore, instead of converting this square meter into centimeter, I will convert this centimeter into meter. Okay, so 95 centimeter, when you convert into meter, become 0.95 meter. Okay, 80, 0.8 meter, and 18 centimeter will become 0.18 meter. Okay, and your step 1, you find out the total surface area of this one cushion. Okay, this will be the area for one cushion. Okay, total surface area for one cushion. And we need to know, what about 6 cushions? Okay, what will be the area for 6 cushions? So area for 6 cushion will be 6 times 2.15, and the answer will be 12.9 square meter. Okay, now as you can see here, we have both same unit already. Here is square meter, and here also square meter. And how are you going to know how many cans that you need to cover the 6 cushion? You divide. Okay, you divide 12.9 square meter with 4 square meter like this. Step 3 will be your final step. Number of spray can that you need will be 12.9 divided by 4. Okay, so 3.225 can. But to be realistic, we cannot buy 3 cans and open the other can to get that 225, correct? So, to be realistic, if you want to buy the can, the spray can at the shop, you need to buy extra, right? You need to buy extra can. Therefore, instead of buying 3 cans, here you need to buy 4 cans altogether to cover that 6 cushion. Okay? Therefore, your answer will be 4 cans. This will be our final parts for total surface area of a prism. Look like difficult, but if you focus, you remember the formula, you know the net surface of the prism, inshallah you will able to answer the questions correctly. Alright? And don't forget to complete your notes and your worksheet. And we will end our session by reciting dua. Thank you so much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Doa selepas belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma inni astaudi'uka ma 'allamtani fardudhu ilayya inda hajati ilaihi wala tansani ya rabbal alamin. Ya Allah, sesungguhnya aku menitipkan padamu ilmu-ilmu yang telah engkau ajarkan kepadaku, dan kembalikanlah kepadaku sewaktu aku memerlukannya kembali. Dan janganlah engkau lupakan aku kepada ilmu itu, wahai Tuhan yang memiliki semesta alam. Amin.